a matter of fact, this was the largest comeback in Indiana Fever franchise history. And it was funny because there were so many people cheering in Connecticut for the Indiana Fever when all this was happening. There was actually just so many Fever fans in Connecticut. As a matter of fact, when Marina Mabrey went on the court in the beginning of the game, they booed her. Imagine getting booed in your own.
I'm so proud of you guys. I know that sometimes it sounds like just a word when we talk about being resilient, but it's not, man. It's how we live. Yeah. It's how y'all live, and it's a tribute to you. It's a tribute to your connectedness, your togetherness, your toughness, your mindset. Your never give up gritty attitudes. Like, that's what it takes. That's what it takes, and we will never be counted out, because that is worth gold. That is worth gold. Kels, goddamn baby. Put us on your back.
To see Sophie Cunningham go down with injury amid all the other injuries that the Fever have suffered, it really felt like it was over. I mean, before the game, Stephanie White said she hopes Caitlin Clark is back at some point in the regular season. Then you see Sophie come down and you see them getting blown out by the Sun, and you kind of think, what's the point?
Yes, this was against the worst team in the league. Yes, it was a game Indiana absolutely had to win. But the way they won it, that's what made it unforgettable. Overcoming yet another key injury. Digging out of a 21-point crater. Doing it with a road crowd that roared louder than Connecticut's own fans. This wasn't just a win. It was survival. It was belief. It was special. And it was a true, gutsy team effort. Kelsey Mitchell, 38 points, 34 of them in the second half. An absolute masterpiece. She started with just 4 points in the first half, then single-handedly rewrote the script. That's the definition of refusing to quit. Lexi Hull, 8 points, 7 rebounds, and clutch threes that snapped her slump at the perfect time. Every hustle play mattered, and she delivered them all. Odyssey Sims, fearless drives, 9 free throws, relentless pressure. She played like someone who simply refused to let the season end. Brianna Turner, no box score glory, but a +10 in a game decided by 6 points. Pure grit, pure defense. Aaliyah Boston, 14 points, 13 rebounds, the anchor in the paint, the rock you build around. This was the kind of win that galvanizes a locker room. The kind of win that can flip a season's momentum. And clearly it did. Because after the game, you didn't just see it in the box score. You felt it in the reactions. Injured teammates were tweeting their pride in real time. And inside the locker room, the emotion was overflowing. Relief, joy, pride. This wasn't about one win. It was about proving they could survive the storm and still come out swinging. I'm so proud of you guys. I know sometimes it sounds like just words when we talk about being resilient, but it's not, man. It's how we live. It's how y'all live. And it's a tribute to you. Your togetherness, your toughness, your never-give-up attitude. That's what it takes. That's worth gold. Kel, goddamn baby. You put us on your back. Inside that room, you could see it on every face. This one mattered. It wasn't just celebration. It was belief pouring out of a team that had been battered all season long. And let's be honest, this might go down as the most important win of the Fever's entire season. Because the alternative would have been devastating. A third straight loss. Against the worst team in the league. With 3 games left against the Lynx and one of the toughest closing schedules in the WNBA. Drop this one, and the season was likely over. Everyone knew it. Everyone felt it. Seeing Sophie Cunningham go down with injury on top of all the others, it really felt like the last straw. Before tip-off, Stephanie White said she was hopeful Caitlin Clark would return at some point in the regular season. But watching Sophie go down, then watching Indiana get blown out early, you couldn't help but think, what's the point? Because here's the truth. There's no way the Fever rush Caitlin Clark back if they're out of the playoff race. No team risks their franchise player for meaningless games. And Stephanie White's words didn't exactly inspire confidence. The vibe wasn't she's close. It was cautious, hesitant, like her return was still a huge question mark. Even now, Caitlin Clark still isn't practicing full out with the team. And let's be real, there's no way she gets thrown back into the fire just to save a sinking season. Not with her long-term future at stake. But this win? This win changed everything. It keeps the Fever alive in the playoff hunt. It gives Caitlin Clark a chance to return when the games matter most. And once you get to the postseason, anything can happen. So no, maybe today didn't mathematically guarantee anything. But emotionally, spiritually, this game might have just saved the Indiana Fever season. And I'll say it, I think it did. I think this win was absolutely huge for the season. Unless the Sparks pull off a miracle comeback somewhere else, the Indiana Fever are in position to make the playoffs. Now sure, you can make the argument. Maybe it would have been better for the Fever long-term to lose this game, miss the postseason, and secure a higher draft pick. But as a sports fan, forget that. Forget tanking. I want to see the Indiana Fever in the playoffs. And here's why. I believe Caitlin Clark will be healthy for the postseason. Maybe not 100%, maybe closer to 75%. But even at that level, even if she's still shaking off the rust, she changes everything. Those back-to-back games against the Mystics and Sky? If Indiana is still in the hunt, I think Caitlin comes back for those no matter what. And here's the thing. With Kelsey Mitchell playing at this level, you always have a puncher's chance. This team has already proven they can hang with the league's elite. They've beaten the Lynx. They've beaten the Liberty. They've beaten the Mercury. They've beaten the Dream. Add even a mostly healthy Caitlin Clark to that mix, and you're talking about a completely different ceiling. Because if you've followed Caitlin's career, you know one thing. She doesn't just show up in big games. She owns them. And that's probably why you clicked this video. Because Caitlin Clark in the playoffs? That's can't-miss basketball. So here's the truth, Fever Nation. There is hope. And that hope wouldn't exist without this comeback. Yes, it came against one of the league's bottom teams. But when your season is teetering on the edge, it's not about who you beat. It's about refusing to quit. It's about finding a way to survive. Because like Herm Edwards said, you play to win the game. And the Indiana Fever, down 21, battered, bruised, with every reason to give in or refused. They fought. They believed. And they won. And now, everything feels possible again. If you're still here, drop a goat in the comments, because that's exactly what you are for sticking with me. Thanks for watching.